Hi, I'm Professor Stephanie. This is part 2 in drawing this trunk sofa and the little pieces behind it. I also want to show you a little bit of a trick. Notice before I had the lines there, I have found a little whiteout by Bic, and maybe there's some other manufacturers that make it, but I actually put some whiteout there because I want to add pillows in there, and I had forgotten to do that. So we're going to see what happens around using that to cover up the lines I made before. All right, so what we need to do now is to work on the back. I'm actually going to keep that dot right there because that is going to help me with, and I'm actually going to just skip this a little bit and bring this up. And I'm going to ask you all, and so what really, that's an important point here, because this will help us know how long the arm is. So when the side of the pillow intersects with the arm, that's going to give us that measurement there. And I'm also going to know that what happens here, again, this dot is going to intersect with the other one. I think I probably made that too long, way too long. Oh well. Here we go. So as you follow along with this image that you have, think about how these points connect. And the next line we're going to make is up here, and I'm going to estimate that. I'm not going to give you a measurement. Let's see if we can think about maybe it's coming down a third. So we're going to use that point to be our mark, so that we're going to get the back, this sort of this edge of the, and notice I'm also going to put a line here, and then a line here, and this will come back to our vanishing point. All right, so we go up, make this, here's our flat front, and then we create the top, which goes back to the vanishing point. Great. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is to complete this pillow on this side. So these two are going to match here. And again, I'm estimating that. I'm going to find my middle, and I'm going to take a dot to there, and I'm going to take a dot to there. Now, we also have to get, this is our flat front. How are we going to get our top? Sort of the top of the box is what we call this. Okay, and if we want to keep it the same depth, I can use, notice there's the depth right there, how I'm using my tools back and forth. I can find the middle, back to the vanishing point. Remember, this is all, see if that helps to create this curve back, back here, kind of lumpy bumpy. All right, so this is the half of, and I can also work on this half. Remember how great it is to have this tool. This is going to be an important mark. This is an important mark here. This is an important mark there. So now I can use my vanishing point. Well, I think we'll probably got a little, well anyway, pillow stuff going on there. So I might pause, just not make that all the way back. Look at that. I did it a little too far. Here's the flat front again, and then this is going to go back to the vanishing point. I like to pivot my pen. I don't know if you can see that right on there. Great. I need a line here. I need a line there. Part of what you're also, this is almost straight on here, is that we're trying to use our eye a little bit. That looks a little bit better than that does, which is good. Okay, I'll take it. Again, I would probably want to use my straight edge, but in lieu of time. All right, that's looking pretty good for the sofa. And what we want to do next is to add the pillows. So pillows are a little tricky, and as a matter of fact, I want to go back to what the picture looks like. So if we take a look at this picture, this is at an angle, and so we're going to have one pillow at an angle. This is also at a different angle. They're not actually in one point anymore, but we could make these shapes, and then I'm going to go to my pencil, and I'm going to use this drawing as a guide, and I'm going to follow it. So this sort of is flat like that. All right, and then the other one is on top. And then the third one is the one that we see. Great. Okay, so now there's my pencil. That's helped me. So then I can come back with my pen. And as a matter of fact, you know how I had that whiteout right there? That seems to be working out quite successfully. So here is, just gave that pillow thickness. Oops, might get my white out there, okay? So we have our basic shapes, and yes, I'm interested in you putting texture in there, and I have some really terrific textures. There's a paisley, there's a little sort of star pattern, there's a crisscross that overlaps, there's a zigzag, and a checkered, okay? If you don't have any that you want to use these. I'm really interested in you learning how to draw pattern. Notice there's some very fine line work going on in there. Maybe you can use your fine marker instead of your medium. So here we go. We can I'm going to add this paisley. One of the key things to adding pattern is that it falls over, okay? And then I kind of did a little line back here. I gave the value to the back. I'm going to try really hard to touch the lines. You know, that's very important. So that will get you started as far as adding pattern in there. Terrific. And then the same thing's going to happen over here with pillows. It looks like in the drawing I have one that looks pretty stiff and square. Here's another one that's, oops, and as a matter of fact, I did want to draw for you that one with the button just because it's really interesting. So let me take out my magic tool here, see if I can get it to work. Ooh, I am. Magic tool, like it. All right, so this one has a button in it. And I want to show you, try to give these thickness. It literally has a circle in the middle of it. And then these lines I curved up. And the curving up gives this pillow like it has thickness. That's one of the things about pillows is that you want it to have thickness. Okay, so there are your pillows. I'm just going to briefly talk about the lamp. And the lamp, I'm going to request that you make this lamp at least 1.5 inches. This is going to be actually 1 3/4 inches. I'm going to write that down because the lamp really needs to be tall. Lamps are tall, their shades are wide. I might even measure this. So I just made my center here. That's how I like, I like to work from a center. And this is 3/4. I want to make this one 3/4 so that I can have it the same on either side. So this is going to be the top of my lamp. This is a lampshade that has a tab there, which you often see. I love, that's a finial. Doing this with my pen. See what happens? Okay, pretty good. All right, I didn't leave a lot of room for my base. You can see it could have even been, now I'm working from the middle. This is one thing about having that center line, which you learned how to do in one of the chapters. I can got that probably a little too, you can add a little value if the sun comes from here, a little texture. That can be helpful. The shade, sometimes I add just a little bit there. All right, here comes a container. You are welcome to do a little preliminary work on that. In other words, you could have a center line. I really like that this has some pattern in it. Here's your chance. I'm going way over the line, kind of working quickly, which is, I'm hoping that you will take more time and more focus on this. So just a little plant. Okay, now this looks like it has a little border on it. Kind of fun. Okay, now one thing that I see that I'm forgetting is this back here is a very large opening for a sofa pillows. So you may have a little bit less there than that. And same with what's happening here. Probably should be a little closer together. I can add this back. All right, so that was our goal. And I think we did it in those two videos, the beginning video and this last one. Thank you.